Brotherhood approaching conversation kinetically about fiction. This is Blackest.
Brotherhood language approaching conversation kinetically about fiction. This is motherfucking Doom at Black AF, Black as fuck. I'm here with Tony motherfucking Stark, aka Iron Man, aka the inventor of time travel. On the other side of this Zoom conference we're in. He's got that Steve Rogers, I'm not trying to be seen incognito hat on, the all black one, because he black.
Yeah, it's the hat that all the agents use.
Right.
But non-agents be like, man, that nigga's a narc. Like the only people that fall for that shit is other agents. Yeah, you look like you fit in. Like,
right, I don't see you at all. Who are you?
Look, this is way off topic, but nigga, when we first, it was before we were 21, right? We would go to the bars and they let you in, at my school I went at 19. But what they did was a lot of times different places give you different color wristbands. So like if you wasn't 21,
to let everybody
you get that.
know. Yeah.
Right. So there would always be an undercover in that motherfucker who looked like Steve Rogers, nigga. Like everybody knows you a cop, bro. And just because I'm 19 don't mean I don't have 21-year-old friends that's gonna give me that alcohol, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like this. Oh my God, I went on spring break, bro. I was down in fucking South Florida at this club called Spinnakers. You look this shit up.
Spinnakers?
Bro, it was people from like it was during what's that shit?
What, Freak Week?
The break, the spring break. It was spring break. So we was down there and it was what town was that? Panama City, Florida, bro. And all they had was rows and rows and rows and rows of clubs. You had college kids from all over the country going at Duke, Illinois, Harvard, Stanford, everywhere down there, like just converging on this one spot.
Fucking up their life one day.
Bro, 80% of the motherfuckers wasn't old enough to drink. Okay? But a college kid recognizes another college kid, and you would always see the narcs in there, like the cops, the undercover. Nigga, you not Johnny Depp. This ain't 21 Jump Street. Everybody knows you 45. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, you know that's funny.
And they would be wearing shit like this. And their jeans was just a little too tight, and their sweatshirt was a little too something.
Right.
Like too much wrist showing on the sweat. You know what I'm saying? Like why the fuck you wearing a sweatshirt? It's summertime anyway. Like
shit a little off.
Right. You can tell a narc. Like I don't understand why motherfuckers are. You can tell a narc. Have you ever
funny.
Can you not tell a narc? I can tell a narc like right away.
Oh yeah. I didn't get caught. I saw other niggas they got hemmed up over some bullshit. But yeah, they all literally do look like Captain America been stuck in ice for like 70 years. Like all of them.
Right. Hello, or Doogie,
or Doogie Howser, because they'd be on the thinner side. Like between How I Met Your Mom and after Doogie Howser. Like the way he looked then, because a lot of drugs and good times after the hit show. But yeah. And they just be a little bit off.
Hello, fellow young people. Would you like to drink some alcohol with me? Like, nigga, get lost.
The drink is always clear with some lime in it, with like a 2-sipper with the
Oh, man.
Niggas is sipping on seltzer. Ah, shit. That's fun. Panama.
That's what it's Panama City, baby. Panama City, Florida. That's what the biggest clubs in the country were at. They were all right next to each other.
And that is our retro segment for episode 24, Black as Fuck.
Like, who don't know a narc? Like, even now, I mean, we grown, so it don't really make too much of a difference. But I still know a narc when I see a motherfucking narc. Like, come on.
Yeah, we got 20 years of, watching them watch us. Yeah, we know who we know who both sides are now at this point. We're just,
cops need to step up they lingo too. Like they be spitting shit that we ain't said in like 10 years, bro.
Yeah, that Laker game was crazy. Where's your buddy? Where's your buddy? Buddy? Nigga, who the fuck is you?
Look at these fly skeezers and tenderonis. Like, nigga, we don't talk like that no more. Like, what the fuck is you on?
Wait, so just so everybody knows, I'm not a narc just because I said Joe and I ain't from the Chicago area. Like, I'm just, I'm being, this is my friend. I know him. I'm from the hood too. Any chance I get to, I'm gonna say that shit. I'm from the hood too, B.
I went to school in the hood.
Nigga,
I stayed in a relatively decent neighborhood. Well, at least a 4-block radius. Once you got out of that, then it was.
I lived minutes from Beverly Hills and went to school in Watts. No lie. And that was a parental decision. Like, shit don't make no sense. You know where my man got stomped out in Menace to Society? Like, right there. Like, across the street. That fence, that's the school I went to.
Now I'm gonna go back and watch this shit tonight, bro.
just with the nigga, his head doing this. Life at times.
Think his lips just bouncing off the page.
Right. More blood. Pump it. More blood. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
That dude made a whole career out of getting his ass stomped out in movies. That nigga, every movie he was in, he got the shit kicked out of him.
He was a rapper. Wasn't that Cocaine? Wasn't that his name? Some shit like that.
I don't know. He a West Coast rapper. I've never heard of that nigga.
He is definitely West Coast. I'm gonna put him in the Mac 10 category. Yeah. All right. So we're off to a great start today. Let me finish the bumper. BLACKAZFUK. That is Twitter. That is Instagram. That is TikTok. You can find us there. Our website is www.blackaf.com. No, excuse me, blackafhq.com. There it is. Boom. And we're off. All right, bro. I've been waiting to talk about this literally since Tuesday because I know you watched it that night because I believe I got a text from you at 12:01. I know when I get that text, then it's no more coming out, but at 12:01, nigga. I already know who it is. Loki is done with. Loki is over for now. Wow, what a ride, right? B Walt, what you saw it from start to finish. You beat me in a couple episodes. What's your thoughts, man? Overall, season 1, how you feeling?
Well, the way I always measure a series is at the end of it, I want season 2, then I feel like they succeeded. So, what I tell you, I was like, nigga, this is season 2 coming out.
You did.
Right, I'm with it. I sent you the news story as soon as that shit dropped. I forget what it was, Newsweek or something. But
right. Like I hadn't even seen it. I'm like, nigga, can I? Like, we have shit to do. Like, I just feel like you just take like a PTO on Wednesdays, or just so you can see that shit before I get to it.
Nah, bro, I like to skip a few episodes so I can have some shit to watch all in a row. But once the shit get going, and I'm there waiting every fucking week, and at 12:01, bro,
nigga,
because the Disney Plus is the black as fuck Disney Plus, which means all the members is looking at that shit. So you gotta fit it in. Like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Who's on? If you're gonna be on around that time, you can't be on all day, bro. You can't be on all day.
I'm just saying, but you gotta feel that shit out, right? So I was just making sure that black as fuck Santa Monica wasn't on.
Hey, did you change the password, right? Because I want to say it. You change the password? or is it
No,
still?
I think it's still the same.
Okay.
Because if he's
Well,
still getting in there, that means it's still the same. Oh shit. He was not happy about having to plug that shit in, but that's what you get, nigga. You gonna take my shit down to San Diego with you and got everybody watching my shit.
Oh man. He had a chick down there or something like that, right? Wasn't that the situation? He was trying to impress the lady.
Yeah, baby, we got this Disney Plus. You know how black as fuck, dude.
You ain't got to pay for nothing, girl. I got you.
Right. It was right after that one movie came out, Zaya, whatever, I forget.
Oh,
so I'd already paid for it.
I remember that.
Oh, yeah, baby. It's like going to the movies, but staying at home for free. Like, get your ass out of here.
I'm going to cook for you, girl. You want this popcorn with butter or without? Girl, which one do you want?
I could order this kind of pizza or this kind of pizza.
I'm a Papa John's man myself, but it ain't just about me. Yeah, our friend's a pimp, or at least he sounds like one. But he's sharing the same profile that we all is. I was glad I was wrong about them being able to do 3 in a row. I'll put it like that. I'm glad I was very wrong. I loved WandaVision, which I thought was better or more my speed than Fatwis. And this was better than Loki. Loki was better than WandaVision, like, in my opinion. But we talked about it, like, I was already into the character. And then, Sophie DiMartino, she did a great job. Kate Herron, who we got to talk about, amazing job. It was just really well done. There were no shows perfect, and I'm just giving it a critical eye, but like, that was a really fun ride. I've watched every episode multiple times. You know what I mean? And Owen was dope. Great job with the casting, the rhythm, the tone, the pace, all that was there. Like, shit, fuck it. Make it season 3 then. Fuck it. Just on the call it right now. I know you got to wait till the season 2 done. I get it. But, why the fuck not? Because this is our multiverse right here. Like, it's official now. Like, we can go wherever we want. But, talking about it, Kate Herron's not going to be, who is executive producer and director for season 1, is not a part of season 2. That's not a small thing, B. That's not a small thing. It reminds me of Deadpool 1 and the way the director approached it, as opposed to the Deadpool 2, which was okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't the first one, not in my opinion. And is less more this time, or you think the sequel can actually follow up? Because we didn't get a Watchmen 2 season 2 for a reason.
I'm not even gonna speculate on that till it comes out. We watch it and we see. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing we know about Marvel, they have figured out the formula. They know how to do series. No, nigga, they know how to do series. They know how to do movies. And even Marvel's worst movie, the MCU's worst movie, is still better than 87.6% of all the shit the DC EU or whatever the fuck you call it has put out. So
I feel like that 14% is all of the Snyder cut, and then that's it. Like,
right, it's the 14% is basically the Snyder cut.
His 4 hours.
Right. He's the only reason why they are relevant right now. Let's just be real. But no, I'm not worried about it. Because we got great actors. The writers aren't gonna change per se. Directing can mean a lot. Not. I mean, directing can mean a lot, visually speaking, I guess. But no, I'm not worried. Now, if it sucks, then hey, we come back, we can talk about it. But I doubt that it will. I mean, Loki is an easy character to tell stories.
No, there's enough there to be successful, right? For sure.
Right, and then the whole multiverse thing. We already knew that we were getting into that anyway. And I'm just, hey, my man Tick is on this shit. My man Tick, man, from Lovecraft Country, Jonathan Majors.
Hey, he did
Bro,
a
I
great
love this
job
nigga. I love
because
this nigga.
he did a
Everything
great
he's in.
job. You know, like I for those that don't know, I mean, it's been almost a week now. I can't do nothing. Y'all had the weekend to watch it. You know that's Kang, right? Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah.
That's who
Yeah.
he comes. Okay. And you know who is connected to Kang, right? In terms of like spiritual character.
Remind me, because I was about to just spit some shit
Well,
out.
well, there's like a mysterious, legitimate, slightly connection between him and Doctor Doom, almost essentially being different versions of the same person, like on some Cloud Atlas type shit. So, um, yeah, yeah. So that's why I was excited personally, because it's one step closer to my motherfucking band showing up. But so we'll see how they go about it. Because I mean, there's a few different ways. You know, I doubt it'll be like straight from him to Doom, but it's really exciting. What's the other girl name from Lovecraft? You know, we got to see where she goes. She just bounced out and left Mobius. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's, I mean, I'm definitely excited. I won't put it as better than Watchmen, but it was really fucking good. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I could go 8.5, but I'll go 8. I'll go 8. I'm confident with 8. What say you?
I'm not gonna put it on a scale like that, but I watch it again. Yeah, do I want to see season 2? Hell yeah. So, I mean, I hold. It's only one season, but I hold it high. Like it has potential to be one of the greater series, right?
I was gonna
So,
say, usually you got more of a like exact sort of opinion about it. You really like this show.
no, so
You holding out some hope.
you know how when Sopranos was all said and done, motherfuckers was like, this is one of the greatest stories that was ever told, every series ever shown. The same thing with The Wire. The same thing with Game of Thrones until season 8, right? People were saying that these are foundational pieces of television, right? Like they're pillar pieces of television, right? Of entertainment like that. Um, I think with 2 out of the 3 Marvel series that we've seen, those can be, they have the potential to be the same. Falcon and Winter Soldier, I don't know. I mean, because people have done that kind of story to death. The buddy cop shit. They've done that to death. So, I mean, I don't know how far you can stretch it. I do like the characters, but when you're talking Loki and when you're talking multiverse, when you're talking where the MCU was trying to go anyway, yeah, this thing has the potential to be really, really important, really, really substantial. And, when it's all said and done, 4, 5, 6 seasons later, it could be considered one of the better ones. I mean,
You think they'll get there?
I don't know if it really depends. See, here's the thing. Like I said, they have this formula that no one else knows, right?
Right, it's their
MCU,
curve to
right?
break.
Yeah, it's MCUology or whatever you want to call it. They know what they're doing. They know exactly how many seasons it's going to go, and everything is really calculated. It's what I enjoy about the MCU. If you see some shit and it sticks out to you, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna see it again at some level, and you're gonna be, oh shit, okay, yeah, I remember that. Like even the small stuff that you're like, it's kind of like Easter eggy because you read a comic book. 2 movies
Right.
later, bam, it's important.
Right.
And they're introducing these series. I don't think they really did it with the agents. Remember Agents of Shield? Like I feel like maybe teased a little bit, but I haven't watched enough of it to really call that. But when you're talking series actually fitting into the MCU universe, like having a legit place, like because even a Netflix series where you had like Iron Fist and all of them, yeah, they alluded to the Avengers, but it wasn't a real, like, it wasn't a solid connection. With this multiverse shit and knowing that Spider-Man is coming out, like, you already know, like, and Doctor Strange.
Right.
So you know that this series is important and it's a pillar. So,
right. I think it's already a linchpin, like to your point, like what we've been watching up to this point, it won't ever be the same. Like
right.
They created an organic way to facilitate Toby and Andrew and the X-Men and Hugh. And we might as well go on and move on to the next topic. We got some Blade updates for for the old niggas and the new.
The old and the new niggas.
Right. Because Bladen, as my boy used to say back in the Bladen, Wesley Snipes apparently is good on his taxes and is set to make multiple cameos in the MCU as Blade. I think this is well overdue.
He deserves it.
He definitely deserves it. This is the guy. This is the character. This is the movie that set all this other stuff in place. It wasn't Spider-Man, wasn't Avatar, it wasn't Avengers or Iron Man 1. Like, the black motherfucker did it first. Wesley motherfucking Snipes out there beating the shit out of Steven Dorff and calling himself Daywalker. That motherfucker's dark as night. So, I'm glad for this. I know it can still get down. He's black, so he doesn't crack. He hasn't done enough drugs so far. I think this is a great move. And and I think me and you are the perfect demographic because we remember Wesley, right? And we get to see Mahershala do his thing as well. So they got a buddy tandem beat up some vampires at some point. They have to now. Like, they have to. That we might have to get a poster for the Black as Fuck headquarters now. You know what I mean? So
I'll have the secretary look into it. Take note. Hey, you, yeah? Take note. Good.
Thank you, Susie. Thank you. Yeah, how you feel? I'm talking a lot.
Man, Wesley's the man. He's the man. Without Blade, there's none of the rest of this shit. Blade was the introduction to the whole world, to the MCU before it actually had a name. And, I mean, to be honest, they were solid movies. Even Trinity, who people say is kind of trash, I liked it a little bit. So, he deserves that shit.
Do you like it because you had a good time that night, or did you actually like the movie? There's a difference.
I like Blade Trinity the same way I like Matrix 3.
Ah, see.
Right?
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
you know what I
mean? Yeah. No.
It's there to finish it off. That's all it is.
Oh, well.
That's there to finish it off.
They could have cut the lights off early if that's the case. Well, I think it's a good thing for sure. And there was a new update that just came in as of today, as we're recording this on this Monday, July 19th. Mahershala's Blade has its director. Let me get the name. Let me get that right. Let's make sure we're up to date. Just give me 1 sec. I should be ready. You're so right. Mahershala Ali's Blade movie finds its director, reportedly has tapped Basim Tariq, who previously directed Mogul Mowgli starring Riz Ahmed. And yeah, he will be the director for the new Blade movie. Let's see. I haven't seen B-Walt. Have you seen Mowgli? Mogul Mowgli? Have you seen that movie?
No. At first I thought you were talking about the Jungle Book.
That's exactly where my head went. And I'm like, they wouldn't get the nigga directing Baloo to do the movie, would they? Um, but but you never know with Disney. You never know. Um, but it's good that there's some progress. I don't know him personally. I haven't seen the movie either. But we haven't heard much update on his movie at all. So I think that's a good thing that we're getting something now. And if you don't have a director, that's probably why. But yeah, I'm excited for both of them, to be honest. Blade, Black Power. What was your favorite Blade out of the trilogy? What was your favorite one? You like the first one?
I like the second one too, though. So, but the first one, I'm going to go with the first one.
First one, I thought the second one was a better movie than the first one. 3 is trash. That's just how I feel. 3 is fucking.
We agree,
but the significance of 1 can't be understated. It just can't be. Because that was a C character, bro, in the comics. That wasn't a popular character when that movie dropped. Like, he was the token black dude that showed up against Spider-Man or Wolverine or something like that. Who are you? I'm the dude with the flat top and the shades, motherfucker. Like, he was that type of dude. And Wesley tricked him out. He turned him out. And it ain't been the same since, point blank period. So, yeah, it should be fun. It should be fun. But I think we're both excited about it. So let's keep pushing. Let's talk about some more black superheroes, though. Dwayne The Rock, Mr. Johnson, is apparently not giving a fuck about Joss Whedon's Justice League or Warner Brothers' money, and is doing whatever the fuck he wants with Black Adam and the property, the DC property. In the report, and I believe who's this from? Yeah, this is We Got This Covered.com. He's making a movie he wants, the way he wants to. We're talking about Black Adam specifically. And he's calling his movie official canon. And he's gonna, I know this has been talked about for months now, but he is aiming to have Superman in his movie, and not just any Superman, Henry Cavill, Snyder Cuts Superman, in the black suit. I should also make that point as well. So we know exactly which one he wants and where he wants him to come from in terms of the story, which would completely null and void, which we should do in our minds anyway, Joss Whedon's cut of Justice League. B. Walt, your thoughts?
I'm a fan of The Rock. I've watched damn near everything he's done. So I will watch it. DC still sucks ass with live action movies. So I'm not expecting it to be great because it's DC. But I fucks with The Rock hard, so I will watch it when it comes out. Do you know when it's dropping, or I mean, it seems to be so much turmoil behind the scenes with this shit. Like nobody knows which direction this shit is going in. The only consensus is that the Snyder Cut is the best shit to come out of there, right? But nobody knows about the rest of the stuff. So anybody can do anything, right? Oh, this Black Adam movie is canon. Okay, whatever. I don't give a fuck. The Rock is in it. I'm gonna see it. Cool.
Yeah. No, you're right. Like, that is exactly it. But remember, we talked about it at least I want to say maybe 2 months ago. There was some turnover in terms of the heads at WB. And apparently the new guys coming in was like, they were trying to fire everybody that was over the DC shit specifically. And I don't think either one of us had a problem with that because of things like Josh Whedon's Justice League and shit like that, and those choices being made. Yeah, it's I've heard of scenarios like this. For instance, FX, when they greenlit Atlanta, the show that, and I don't know this for certain, this is just, word on the street, and anybody could, I'm not dropping my dimes in terms of where I get my sources from, but apparently the show that he pitched to FX is not the show that we've been watching for the last 4 years. So, I to do it with a series is one thing. You're talking about a studio like WB, and you're just like, you know what? Fuck they money. I'm gonna do what I want. I mean, that's a huge gamble if he's doing it. If I get any, I'll put it like this: if he, being Dwayne The Rock Johnson, if he gets what he wants, because he's been aiming for this Superman fight for like prior to pre-production for the movie, he wanted to fight Superman. He wanted a battle with him. And then all the stuff about Snyder Cut, we're killing that, we're going in a different direction. All of that started to pop up. This movie, him and The Rock and the Black Adam movie, they've been talking about this for about 4 or 5 years. They finally getting, I think rhythm started to get going right before COVID hit. But from almost day one, he's talked about he wants Black Adam to fight Superman. He thinks it's necessary. He thinks it's a good matchup. I think him and Cavill have, close to an extent. If that leaks or if that's a part of it, I'm all in, bro. I'm your Huckleberry. I ain't got to say nothing else. I'm all in. Because I already know what that means about everything else. Snyder Cut lives. Snyderverse lives. Like, because he's the only one that actually knows what he's doing. When he can focus. No joke about, the tragedies, but when he can be there, he's going to give you 4 hours. We know that. That's for sure.
So what you expect in a 6-hour movie?
If he was directing it, 3.5. But since he's just bringing Superman, that's going to add at least another 33 minutes, though. That's for sure. So you can just add a 33 on top of whatever Dwayne was going to do. But, I mean, it'll be one of the few DC movies I'm still excited about if I hear that. That's for sure. Let's keep rocking. Let's keep rocking. Oh, so I've seen this a couple times, and B, we talked about it off camera. IGN.com has a report about Don Cheadle and his Emmy nomination for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Hey B, you seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier, right?
Yeah.
You seen that show, right? Right.
Yep.
Okay. You saw the whole thing, like episode 1 to the last. You saw that, right?
The whole thing, like a Tribe Called Quest.
Right. The whole
whole thing.
So there was Anthony Mackie's character, Sam Wilson. He was in there, right? He was the guy, right? He was doing this thing. Did you see Don Cheadle in any of those episodes? Did we miss something?
Don Cheadle was in the series for a total of about 1.5 minutes.
Right. 1.5 minutes. So less than the
like
credits,
that.
Right. Okay. Do you think this 90 seconds is the greatest 90 seconds in TV history? Like, are you or what I really think is?
Let me ask you a question.
I'm here, bro.
Out of all the great things that Don Cheadle has done, out of all the great movies and shit that he has done, all the great characters that he has played that have been overlooked, is this some sort of white posturing to give him credit for some shit they should have been giving him credit for in a million other roles?
Bro.
Because there's a million other roles he could have got credit for instead of 90 seconds as Rhodey in a series that didn't matter if he was in it or not. And
well,
I ain't
he didn't
hating
wear
on
his suit. He didn't wear his suit.
Right. I'm not hating on him. If they give it to him, great. But I'm thinking of Mouse. I'm thinking of Hotel Rwanda. I'm thinking of the shit I just watched on HBO 2 weeks ago. He was great in that shit. I can't remember the name of it. Brooklyn's Finest he was in. House of Lies. I mean,
he could have got supporting actor for Rush Hour 2, being the black dude on the Chinese restaurant.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, Don Cheadle has been around the block for so long and done so many great things. He's one of the most, in my opinion, one of the most underrated actors. Why give him credit for some shit like this when he's got a whole body of work that you could explore and be like, damn, he was really good in this shit? Because he's a scene stealer. Remember what I said about scene stealers?
That's your favorite type, nigga.
Yeah, that's my favorite type. Now, Devil in the Blue Dress, solid. You had Denzel. You know what I'm saying? You had the black-white chick whose name escapes me right now. But Don Cheadle was the reason why you remember that movie. Now, if anybody knows Walter Mosley, I mean, he's written a shit ton of novels. And Devil in the Blue Dress is the movie version of one of his novels. But Don Cheadle plays Mouse, and Mouse is that gangster ass nigga. If you ain't want him dead, why you leaving with me? Like,
we say that line once a week, bro.
Like, at least Don Cheadle was amazing in that movie. Don Cheadle's pretty much good in everything he's done. I can't think of one time where he didn't come out and do his thing. Not once. Maybe earlier in his career where you didn't really know it was Don Cheadle. He was just. But when Don Cheadle became Don Cheadle's Don Cheadle. Like, he's the shit. Bro, Ocean's 11, 12, and 13. He was in that shit. He was great.
You tosses, you had one job. One fucking job.
Right. I'm not going to attempt to do the British accent because I'm not good at it, but he was great. Everything he does, he's dope. Why give him credit for a 90-second cameo?
I think you're giving him too much credit. I think they literally got their black people mixed up and thought this motherfucker was Anthony Mackie. I really fucking do.
And now they don't want to take it back?
Right. They can't. Like seriously. This is absurd. Like, he had one scene out of like 87 in that fucking show. And that, like, so did my man that was Isaiah, why he didn't get a nomination? He had me more juice about you know how I feel about him. I still need to see the fight. Is he gonna get a nomination? Because he deserves one. Like, he actually deserves one as a supporting actor. He did a great job. This is like sticking your foot in the mouth and tearing your ACL. Like, I think this is what this is. That's how I feel about it. You're going to need surgery. You're going to have to fix this shit. Like, there's no way. This is no way. Yeah, man. I just don't see it. I can't, there's no logistical way I can validate them doing this shit. Whatsoever.
There's so many things that he was in, man. Like he's prolific as fuck. I mean, take Marvel out of it. Take the Marvel shit out of it. There was so many other things that he was in and he was great at, man. Crash. He was in Crash. Remember Crash?
Crash is a great fucking movie.
Bro. He was in a lot of shit, man. Like, so the movie I just saw on HBO with him was called No Sudden Move. If you haven't seen that,
I have not.
You should watch that. It's pretty good. I mean, it's a little slower, but it's good. Yeah, man.
He's got that show with what's it called? House of Lies.
House of Lies. Yeah, that shit is great.
Yeah, yeah. And then what's the other one? Black Monday, or is that the name?
The one on Showtime right now, right?
Yeah, with Regina. I want to say King, but it's the other Regina, but she's not an other Regina. I just don't remember her name. She cute though too. She like 50, and because she black, she look. Yeah, I'm talking too much. That show, the show with her in it. Damn. But either way, he won't get a nomination for that, but he'll get a nomination for this sack of bullshit. Whatever, man.
Dude, he's
Whatever.
narrating the new Wonder Years that's coming out. Remember the original Wonder Years, the narrator was one of the robbers from Home Alone. The tall goofy nigga. Yeah. So he's the narrator for the black Wonder Years.
Lend me your ears and I sing you a song. I will try not to sing out of key, yeah.
But
baby, now.
You already are. Please, just stop. Oh, God, he did it. He did it. Oh, God, he did it. Bro, I got a headache, man. Like, don't do that.
Oh, shut up. At one of these episodes, you got to do your Roger Rabbit impersonation because I'm the only one that's heard.
I am not doing that.
Your very light ass hit that fucking note.
I am not doing that.
Remember me, Eddie? I can't even. I don't
Swordfish?
even prepare, bro.
You remember Swordfish?
Of course, Holly Berry, Swordfish. Yeah, of course I remember
Traffic.
Swordfish.
Bro, it was so many movies he was in, and he was in Out of Sight. I don't remember him in Out of Sight. I'm gonna have to go back and watch, but I do remember him in Boogie Nights. I remember him in Rosewood. I remember when he did the what is that? The biography of that ball player that would have been famous, but he wasn't, like the GOAT. They called him Earl the GOAT.
Earl Mamadou Earl
the GOAT, like. Man of GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a movie about a radio personality that was really good. It had a young a younger Taraji P. Henson in it. It was I forgot the name of it. That was a good one. That was really good. Blue Blazes. He kept saying that.
Bro, he's been acting since '84. He was in Meteor Man. He was a Meteor Man.
It's funny. Some of these movies I've been trying to forget, and you bringing them back. But so basically what we're saying is he doesn't deserve a nomination for this bullshit.
Yeah, you fucked up. Go back and look at all the other shit he's done and retroactively nominated for some shit. Come on, man.
You fucked up. You got your black people mixed up. Admit the truth, and give Anthony Mackie his nomination, which I'm fine with. But you're not gonna sit here and give Don Cheadle a fucking nomination for standing at the podium and then in a military outfit. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you're lying. You're fucking lying. But we got a theme going here with black superheroes that may not be black, or they may be something else. Bro, I didn't send you this twice. Did you read that article about He-Man?
About He-Man being black?
Nigga. Did Kevin Smith turn He-Man black? Is that what we about to get into like a week from now?
Is it a week from now?
I think so.
Hey, look, we can watch.
You about to get your replacement for Loki.
We can watch it and see.
You gonna come to the next show with stonewashed jeans and a motherfucking Black Bart System shirt on.
Nigga, you know why I fucks with one of the few reasons why I fucks with Netflix, because they getting fewer and fewer, is that they release all their shit at the same time. Like, I could watch 3 episodes today if I want to.
Right. Get that dopamine. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into all the details, but like But see, the article is crazy because the CEO of Netflix is like going on Reddit and like shitting on like fans, talking about, yeah, we don't give a shit about creating new black characters. No one gives a shit about that. So we just retroactively turn He-Man's grandfather from white to black. You turn this nigga from a slave owner into the biggest black slave in the fucking nation. Like, this shit doesn't make any sense to me. It's hard for me to take this as like canon. Not that He-Man and, logistics ever made sense because it's an 80s cartoon. There aren't any 80s cartoons that actually made sense. That's why they were made in the 70s and the 90s. But yeah, they're going back and retroactively turning He-Man's grandfather into a black man. But isn't Prince Adam and Tila, aren't they brother and sister?
Tila? No, Tila is Man at Arms daughter. Prince Adam and She-Ra are brother and sister.
Okay, so now right now you telling me She-Ra is essentially Paula Abdul. Is that what we're doing right now?
She-Ra and He-Man are brother and sister, I believe.
And then it does, okay. But are Prince Adam and He-Man related? Like, I know they're the same person, but are they related? Seriously, right? Because, like, She-Ra isn't related to anybody else in the show, right? But is she, as the princess, related to He-Man or Prince Adam? Because she doesn't look black at all, unless they're gonna re-black her.
Well, She-Ra and He-Man have their normal alter egos, but they both have like swords that make them turn into their superpowered selves.
It's just confusing, bro. This shit's confusing.
I don't really give a shit. The CEO of Netflix said we don't give a fuck about nigga characters, though.
Yes, it's in the article. That's what does it like. That's
you know how you read
some. But okay, but you know how you read some shit like from The Onion, and they be having shit like they'll it's coming from The Onion, so it's on some bullshit.
Right.
That's how this article reads, but it's not from The Onion. It's an actual legit article.
That's retarded, bro.
But if he said that, that's fucking nuts, right? It's just fucking nuts. You can't be the CEO of Netflix and be like, that shit was trash. Who cares a fuck about nigga characters today? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it would be a complete uproar if it was legit. But I don't know, man. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Like, people get all twisted and turned about these black characters, man. I don't know what's the problem. Like, it's not like we all look alike or something. Like, my God, man, my God.
Well, shit. When the black characters they make, they all look alike. Kwame from Captain Planet looks just like Blade. Looks just like Fill in the Blanks. The dude from the Magic School Bus. Like all the black characters look the same in their eyes.
You know how many times?
Why the fuck? Okay, since you brought this shit up, you know what really fucking pisses me off?
What got you mad, son?
Nigga, I'm mad about this.
Tell them why
is it whenever there's a black character, right? They got to do some shit with some electricity. There's so many. Nigga, I got. You know the project I'm working on.
Yes.
I got no, not that one. This is another one that I've been working on that I started and I dusted it off and I picked it up. I have developed, me and this other nigga, my guy who passed away recently. We have developed characters who had legit cool fucking abilities, like real shit. Why every black character? What the fuck is with this electricity shit? We either really strong, or we do some electricity shit, or somewhere in between. Like, come on. It doesn't take that much to come up with a unique character and have him be a black person, right? Black shouldn't be the thing that defines him, right? He should happen to be a black person that can do these cool fucking things. I don't know why it's such a big deal, but they always make these static shot, black lightning. Like this shit goes on. Why the fuck is niggas always fucking with lightning? What the fuck is up with that shit? Like there's so many other things we can do. I
Black
promise
Vulcan, Black Lightning, and Static Shock are all DC, by the way, too. All of them.
But that's what I'm saying though. I mean, it's like we get the throwaway powers and shit. And Storm, who, yeah, okay, in the MCU, you know, she's considered one of the peak powered, whatever you want to call them, but it's still lightning. There's some other shit. Like, come on, like this, like man, like for real, bro, like for real. Why is it always lightning? Why is it always lightning? Somebody answer this question for me. This shit really fucking irritates the shit out of me, man.
I believe it's an inside joke to say, hey, we all look alike and we don't understand you. Because like if lightning, no one has like a complete like of all the elements, no one has like a defined depiction of lightning. Like it's got a certain base that everybody sort of just moves from, but sometimes it can grant the guy super speed. Sometimes it can grant him super strength, a super devastating power, but it isn't always. And you know, like my man Static Shock, remember, he didn't get cool till like Michael B. Jordan said he was gonna hang around with him. Cause this nigga used to need to be near carpets and rugs and shit to get his shit going, like get a lather going and shit. Like when we was growing up, you remember that? Like, like it wasn't just like he could generate the shit on his own. Yeah, we're watching, white people. We got some shit for you. Trust me.
I seriously don't understand why. I mean, we always get these throwaway abilities. Even like when a character has the opportunity to be really fucking great, like they get these throwaway fucking abilities. Like even with, and I love Miles Morales. I love Miles Morales. But why he gotta be like a mixed ass nigga? Like he can't just be a regular black dude. He gotta be Puerto Rican and black. And Puerto Ricans are black, nigga. Like, come on, let's be realistic about this. But he gotta be Puerto Rican and black. And then he's like mentored by the white dude. Like, come on. Like, and I love Miles Morales. I love Spider-Man stories. You know Spider-Man is one of my favorite dudes. But come on, man. Like, seriously, like, and you know what I hate? The racist white fanboys that have an issue with black people wanting real characters created and not having some shit like redone, regurgitated, whatever. Like, I forget, there was a fucking article about Magneto. Denzel Washington may possibly play Magneto. I was like, why the fuck would he play Magneto? Make another character that's worthwhile. Make another character that's fucking worthwhile. Magneto is his own person. Magneto has to be white and he has to be Jewish.
Right.
That's the whole point of him being who he is and why he turned out the way he turned out.
Right. You can't make Magneto a black Jew and think it's going to be the same story.
Yeah, but you can sit there, and you can come up with other characters, man. It's not that hard. I kid you not, I've got 10 characters that are already fully fucking developed. That when they ready to come out, they're gonna come out and they gonna be a bunch of niggas, you know what I'm saying, rubbing their hands on the carpet to make their powers kick off. This shit is ridiculous.
That bullshit.
That shit is ridiculous.
There was even, it's funny you brought up the Denzel Magneto. Remember, there was a moment, Giancarlo Esposito, there was real talk about him being Doom. Like a lot of like that was starting to gain some steam. And at first, because I'm a fan of both, because you know, Juan Carlos is an amazing actor, like been around probably just as long as Cheeto has. But he, you know, when he was Gus in Breaking Bad, like that's like top 3 of my favorite characters of all time. So when they said he was gonna be Doom, I was with it, but then I started thinking about it and you know, the story and Liberia, I'm like, this is all, you know, third block European. This shit ain't gonna work. You'd have to change everything contextually about the character. Just doesn't. If you try to replace Latveria with Lakewood, it's not going to work. It's just not. It's not going to be the same. So, no, it is lazy. And then even when we get the OP, decent characters, there's always like a color connotation in front of them. Case in point, Blue Marvel for MCU. Like, why can't it just be the Marvel or in a completely different name altogether? Like, why has it got to be Blue Marvel? Like, because he's a nigga, you got to point that out. Like, get the fuck out of here. It's small little shit that they either don't give a fuck or they think they being funny about. And I swear to God, I'm gonna slap the shit out of a white boy he ever try that shit in front of me. Like, because it pisses me off every time. Like, the lightning is the shit we see, but there's small little shit they do with every black character that you just know. It's been that way since fucking Thundercats, man. Niggas knew that was the grandfather as soon as we heard him. And then he, the biggest, baddest dude out there. He the darkest cat. And he got the trashiest fucking weakness. I'm afraid of bats, B. I don't fuck with bats, y'all. Thundercats, no, not in that cave. Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna watch the Thunder Tank out here. Y'all got it. Ho. Go ahead, Lionel. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. I go on all day about that shit, but.
So if He-Man is black, if they make He-Man black, it's like, oh my God.
Nigga, that's so funny. Like, it's crazy to think that He-Man might be black. And it's crazy to think that the CEO of Netflix actually said what he said to a group of fans on Facebook. Like, that's the insane part to me. That's the funny part. But I guess we'll find out in a week. Yep. All right, let's keep pushing. In other news, this is coming to us from NBCnews.com. Pose star MJ Rodriguez becomes first trans woman up for a lead acting Emmy. Prior to Rodriguez, only 2 transgender performers received Emmy attention. Orange is the New Black star Laverne Cox and Rain Valdez of Razor Tongue. B. Walt, your thoughts?
Congratulations for one, and I hope that she wins. And I hope that this opens, the floodgates for more people to come out, be who they want to be, and do what they want to do, regardless of what field they're in. So, yeah, I hope she wins. I haven't seen the show that she's on, though, but shit, I hope she wins. Representation means everything. Representation means everything.
Yeah, I'm with you. Congratulations to her, and the previous nominees as well that were trans. I haven't seen the show, but yeah, I don't see. There are tons of outlets. There's no reason why there shouldn't be more shows representing people that aren't black, aren't white, aren't brown. There's something else. Like, there's enough room for everybody. And I think this goes back to your point about these big entities not want to develop new black characters. It takes an investment, bro, to get somebody, it's kind of like, it's a startup business, you know what I mean? Like, the characters we're talking about, they've been around in some shape, form, or fashion for years. And I'm not making excuses for anybody. I'm just pointing out the business aspects that are considered.
Man, here's the thing, man. You can play devil's advocate all you want to, but I think back to when Denzel was first coming up, and they're like, oh, a black man can't be the lead because the shit won't make no money. And then Denzel crushed it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And then they said the same thing about Black Panther. Black Panther's a throwaway character. Black Panther will never do well. And then they made billions of dollars. Like, the thing is, people are tired of seeing the same old whitewash bullshit. Right. I know I get tired of that shit. I get tired of the shit, but that's all you have. So it's like, Here goes another square jaw white boy who looks just like the last square jaw white boy who could be Henry Cavill. He could be, whoever. Like, this shit ain't, I'm just saying. If every single lead looked like Malibu fucking Ken and Tom Brady at the same time, like, and nothing against Malibu Ken or Tom Brady, the greatest football player of all or quarterback of all time. But what I'm saying is, nigga, the world is so much more colorful than what you see on TV. It's like, come on.
That's facts, bro.
Yeah, black people can't. Denzel couldn't sell movies. He did it, right? Don't nobody want to see an Asian man in the league. Crazy Rich Asians made a shit ton of money. A shit ton of money. It's like, stop bullshitting. There's a space for anybody as long as they are good at what they are doing. Because if there's one person out there that's doing it, there's a shit ton of motherfuckers that want to watch that person do it because they're just like them or they relate to them. So
some way.
That archaic argument that somebody other than non-white can't make a bunch of money for a studio is bullshit. So
yeah, that's not what I'm saying. I hope I didn't come off that way.
I know you're not saying that. And we talk a lot of shit about Tyler Perry because I mean, he be churning out some bullshit, but I mean,
that nigga was twerking last week, bro. But that's a whole nother thing.
He be turning out some bullshit, but I mean, he gives black actors a chance, even though I'm sure there's a lot of better ones out there that he could probably reach out to, and he needs to reach out to some better writers as well. Point being, Tyler Perry made a shit ton of money with some marginal talent.
And it's still doing it.
Nigga, there's a market for all of this shit.
That's right.
The shit that gets on my fucking nerves, and I float in a lot of realms, but the shit that gets on my nerves is when some shit goes down and white folks go, oh well, we need to study that and see why. Like, nigga, the shit is common sense. You don't gotta study nothing. Teach us how not to be racist. You have 400 years to practice. Like, what the fuck are we waiting on? Like, this shit is ridiculous. I don't even want to get on no soapbox like you do. I'm done. I'm done. But if I see one more nigga with static electricity for powers, I swear to God, I'm gonna throw a bucket of water on him. Fuck.
Nigga, that's like season 2. You know what? I'm not even gonna say nothing because that's on the NDA. But nigga, like we already talked. Never mind. Never mind. The whole squad, homie. The whole squad, and that's the joke. Anyway, let's keep pushing. Tell them why you mad, son.
And then act like they doing you a favor. Oh, look, we made this guy black now. So fucking what? Who cares? No one cares.
Hi, my name is Sunspot. Hi, my name is Hot Wing. Hi, my name is still Hot Wing. Fuck you.
Hi, my name is Panthro. Hi, my name is fill in the blank. It's like, come on, man. And don't act like you're doing us a favor. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Yeah, man. All right. Let's keep pushing. We're round in the last lap. According to Forbes, huh?
I don't like getting upset.
Hey, man, shit happens. Get it out your system. According to Forbes.com, Last of Us, the TV series that will be on HBO, is going to be more expensive than the Game of Thrones. Now, I'm not a betting man, but, well, actually, that's a lie, but I stopped. But my point is, Game of Thrones costs a lot of money, like a lot of money. And this is Forbes talking. This ain't The Onion or the motherfuckers that said that the CEO from Netflix is talking shit about black characters. Like, This is like a legit fucking, media outlet saying it. Really, they're putting up more money for Last of Us than they did. Like, you've seen both. I haven't played Last of Us, and we both know why they're called ex-girlfriends to take your PlayStation 4s. But you, as a man and a witness and experienced both, how do you feel about this?
HBO is one of those entities that kind of figured out the series game too. Like they create series that are wildly popular. So with that being said, if they do it right, it'll be fine. And if you think about the Last of Us, if you include, I don't know how close they're gonna stay to the source material. Last of Us does fall into that quote unquote zombie genre, even though technically one can argue that the primary bad guys per se and Last of Us can't be considered zombies in the normal sense or whatever, but you never played it. But Last of Us and Last of Us 2 within that time frame, that's a good amount of time. So if they're gonna actually stretch it out from beginning to end, they could very well drop a whole bunch of money on it and put multiple seasons in. Because Last of Us starts out the primary. Well, I guess she's a primary character. She starts out she's like 12, right? And then in Last of Us 2, which I thought was great, a lot of people didn't like it, but Last of Us 2, she looks like she's about, I believe she was like 19 or 20. So there's like a 7 or 8 year gap where, they could easily do that. And if you remember Game of Thrones, it went just about that long. I could see them spending that much. And then, yeah, I can see that. Because Last of Us would have to be a pretty big production.
Well, as of right now, it's only been confirmed for one season. But so in terms of Game of Thrones, I remember season 1, episode 1, like that episode by itself was $1 million. And the budget just sort of jumped and increased as the series itself went along. By season 6, the episodes were 10 plus. Like there was no episode that was less than 10. And then when you get into season 7 and 8, 12 million per episode, 15 per some episode. So it's, it's kind of like, if it goes that long, it'll be more. That would make sense because 15 to let's say at least 12 per episode for 10. Like that's a lot. And this is a big game. Like we're not talking about just any game. Just Last of Us is probably, I would say probably one of the largest games outside of Call of Duty and Madden in the last 8 years. That's for sure. I think. It's just wild to think of a video game that we grew up with or was a part that was a game that gets that type of budget. I think that says a lot about where we are in terms of entertainment and what's really popping on here and what's not. I don't think you would have seen that. 3 years ago, I think this would have been like thought of as crazy.
Well, the story for Last of Us was great. The actual story was a great story by itself, right? So again, enough entities have done it to where they can follow certain formulas and make sure they don't fuck it up. If you stay close enough to the source material, you've already got a great story, right?
Should be easy, yeah.
Again, Last of Us 2. If you haven't played that or whatever, I like that story. I thought it was a good story, but regardless, there's a big enough universe that was created by that, just the video game itself. And you got to think about the zombie genre. The way they look at it is slightly different than the other ones. The Days Gone, Walking Dead, all those types of things. The zombies in Last of Us are a little bit different than the way they're portrayed in other movies. So with that, there's ways to play with that. And like I said, HBO is known for popping out good series, man. Like I believe Sopranos came out of there. I believe True Blood and
Watchmen.
Watchmen came out of there. But we're talking about series that are going for more than one season, right? Because of how
long standing. Okay.
Yeah, how good they were received. What else came out of there? Was Sex in the City on that too? I think Sex in the City came from there.
Yep.
The Wire, I believe, was Showtime. I might be wrong, but either way it goes, they're known for putting out long-standing products like that. So I think they can do okay with it. Plus, like I said, if you follow the source material, you already have a good story.
Right.
And if I were them, right? Because Last of Us is a video game, which means a lot of us played it, but there's exponentially more folks who have never played it. If I was them, episode 1 follows the game exactly. You want to catch motherfuckers from point 1? Follow the game exactly for episode 1. And see if motherfuckers ain't turning in for episode 2. Because if you remember Last of Us, right? The beginning?
No, there's been so many different moments where, like, I mean, you, Dank Tank, like, just tons of people have been like, yo, you really need to fuck with this. And you know why I haven't. But so I know a little bit about it. Like, that's the jump off point, basically,
Bro, who made
like
it was Naughty Dog, right?
Yeah, that's not
right.
It.
So
sure.
we already know they know how to tell stories because they did Uncharted.
Yep.
But with Last of Us, bro, like that shit catches you in the first 3 minutes, the game. And then there's a very what's the word I'm looking for? There's a turning point that happens so fucking quickly. You don't even see it coming, but it happens and you're stuck. You're stuck. Like right away. And so if they do that exactly, I mean, and of course, it's going to be a bigger production because it's not a game, right? But if they pull that shit off, see episode 1 exactly the way the game played, bro, you caught. You got everybody.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna check it out. It's fucked up. I might actually end up watching the show before I play the fucking game. Fucking X's, bro. Anyway, it's just the surprise to me is the investment that they're putting in. It's just, this has got to be the first time I can think of that where you saw a video game entity get a budget like that off jump, like jumping off 2 feet off vert. Like, I'm gonna bash this right now.
It doesn't surprise me, not for this game.
But then, I haven't played the game, so
it doesn't surprise me because of the story, and it doesn't surprise me because of the genre. Right, the story's great, but the zombie shit is what's hot right now. Like, there's Walking Dead is in season 10?
So maybe this is their answer to that. That's what they're thinking.
And it could be, like I said, the way they present the zombie bad guys per se is a lot. I mean, it's zombies is zombies. But different movies. I mean, I guess different franchises show them differently as far as like how they interact with folks, and all zombie movies and stories or whatever. The one thing that is consistent with all of them is the human interaction, right? How people treat each other during this apocalypse. So they got a lot of shit. They got a lot to work with, dude. They got a lot to work with. And as long as I'm telling you, if they do episode 1 exactly the way the game starts and plays out, everybody's coming back to watch at least episode 2.
Gucci. Bro, Gucci.
I remember you had Pete on the show. Me and Pete got that game at the same time. Okay, when it first came out, Pete told me to get it. I'm not a gamer like that. Pete's a gamer, and so no, I am now. But prior to me moving out here and all that, I hadn't really gamed like that for some years. So Pete was really schooling me up and shit. He was like, "Look, man, it's this shit called Last of Us, bro. And it comes out, get that shit." So Pete got it before me. And the thing about me and Pete is we know we ain't spoiling shit for each other because next time we see each other, you getting punched in the face, right? So homeboy, he played the beginning of the game and he immediately like called me. Like nigga called me. And most of the time, text is sufficient. He was like, look, you need to, cause we need to talk about, cause there's some shit, play it. And I'm gonna tell you, I swear to God, I'm gonna tell you, like I've never had a problem putting the controller down and going to do other things. Last of Us had me stuck, nigga. I was really trying to call off. I mean, I need to see what happens.
How much PTO I got left?
Right.
Okay. They don't
need me over here right now. Like this is more important. I need to see what happens to Joel. You know what I'm saying?
So that's it then. That's what it's about. Hopefully I get a chance. I didn't see a release date or a date for the episodes to jump off, a debut, but hopefully I get to play it before I watch it, because if I watch it, I already know it's never gonna happen.
If I were you, you want to play both of them before the movie comes. Before the series comes out. Because
I feel like if I try it again, bro, I'm gonna start playing. I'm gonna get a girlfriend out of nowhere. She's gonna break up with me and take my third PS4, bro. I'm out of PS4s getting stolen. Like I'm not even playing. I'm not joking. It's some bullshit.
Man, we're gonna have to talk about this shit offline. How the fuck was you getting, man? We're gonna have to talk about this shit offline.
They want you to, well, why don't you just, you're always over here. And you be fighting it, you be ducking and dodging, you be jabbing, keep your feet on your toes, and you get lax, and then anyway, that's our show for tonight. We appreciate you being here. Episode 24 is in the books. My name is Alexander Salford. You can call me Skinny. My man B Walt, with the Indiglow do-rag, the backwards Steven Rogers cap, young, fresh, and fly. You know what I'm saying? That's how he's doing it. This is Black as Fuck Brotherhood Language, approaching conversation kinetically about fiction. BLACKAZFUK. You know what that spells. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on TikTok. You can find us on the Twitter. And we got content daily for you. If you want to be a part of the show, next Monday, we're here at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can join the show through Zoom at www.blackafhq.com. www.blackafhq.com. We appreciate you. And last word before we get out of here. My Obi-Wan, my Kakashi, rest in power, my friend. Happy birthday to you. Live in legacy. Just give me some time. Everybody's going to remember your name. Siddiqui Fuller. Thank you, bro. I appreciate everything you've done for me. And shout out to his family as well. Strength and blessings. And I'm done. Peace out. Deuces.
Brotherhood language, approaching conversation kinetically about fiction. This is Black as Fuck.